Okay. Yeah, hello everybody, and welcome to another installment of the Gravitalk, where I, Dr. Franklin Hall, aka Gravitron, presents to you a current movie review. And this week, I have with me, uh, I have let me look up your name. Okay, Adrian Alexander Viet, Viet, okay, fine, it's Viet. Also known as Osmandius. Welcome to the show, Osmandius. Please. You do not have the honor of calling me Osmandius. You may refer to me as Adrian. Okay. So, Adrian, how are you doing? I am doing just great. But I must ask you, Mr. Hall. That's you, Dr. Hall. Yes, Mr. Hall. I must ask you, why did you invite me to your show when I am clearly not a supervillain by any means to the imagination? Ooh, yeah. This choice that I made might be a little controversial to all those familiar with the Watchmen comics because it's widely known that it's kind of ambiguous as to what side exactly Ozymandias is on. Is he a superhero or is he a supervillain? I am clearly a superhero and do not deserve to be here on your program. Yeah, here's the thing. Even though your intentions were superhero-like, oh, I gotta save the whole world. Oh, the thing is, the way that you accomplished your goals was very supervillain-like. Like you used a giant squid. Yeah, but that squid was not in the movie. But you know what I mean. You killed a bunch of people. I killed them for the sake of the entire world. Yeah, but you killed a whole bunch of people that didn't deserve it. And to me, that's supervillain-like. And plus, all the other supervillains from the Watchmen, or, yeah, they all died of old age and cancer and AIDS. So, you're it. You're the only available Watchmen-related villain I could find. Very well, then. I will play your game, and refer to myself as a villain, to humor you. Okay, but if you ask me, you're a villain. Ha ha! What fun games. This is not a game, my friend. This is a review show. And on today's episode, we're going to review the latest blockbuster to hit the theaters, 300, A Rise of an Empire. Ah, yes, the latest product from producer and director Zack Snyder. Yes, Zack Snyder. He directed the first movie, and he also directed your movie, and he also directed the movie of the villain of my last review, uh, General Zod's movie. The movie that he was in, Man of Steel. You know, he's getting up on the world. First, he directed a comic book movie, which was 300. Then he moved on to a superhero comic book movie, which is Watchmen. Then he moved over to an A-list superhero comic movie, which is the Man of Steel. And now he's doing a double A-list superhero comic book movie, Superman Batman. Yes, he has certainly gone up in the superhero movie industry, director wise, whether he deserves it or not. Yeah, everyone's leaning on the not, including me, as do I. Well, there's two more people that don't believe in Zack Snyder at all for you. So anyway, that doesn't mean we have to hate on this movie. We'll have to see as we review it. Yeah, because he didn't direct this movie, he just produced it. Just like Michael Bay is not directing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, he's just producing it. Did you hear that, everybody? Did you hear that, all you fanboys who are getting all mad at Michael Bay? Did you hear that? He's not directing the movie. He's just producing it. I mean, sure, a lot of the sucky stuff that will be in it will be his fault, but not all of it, okay? He's not the director, the Wrath of the Titans guy is. So don't go throwing shit, all of your shit at Michael Bay. Throw half of that shit, if not a little bit more, at the Wrath of the Titans guy. Agreed? Agreed. Okay, oh, that was a major tangent. Sorry, I had to get that off my chest. It's all to be for naught. It's all for naught because you and I both know no one watches these videos. Hey, I am not as pessimistic as you are. I like to look on the positive things. Like each video means another experience under my belt in reviewing things. And it will all be for naught, because you will never see a penny of this. This is not productive at all. You will never see any money out of doing these videos, and you will die depressed, knowing that you could have done much more than these stupid, pointless videos. But at least I had fun. So, anyway, the movie today, 300 Rising Empire. What did you think about it? I thought that it was a pointless movie. There was no point in making a sequel to a movie that was pretty much open-ended. We don't open-ended movies call for sequels? They do, but at the same time, they don't. They don't have to keep going. I think that the movie that they made was good on its own and shouldn't be continued to the pointless thing that it is now. To me, this movie is superfluous. You know, I had an issue with the last guy, General Zod. He thought that Pompeii was superfluous. But you gotta remember, you're reviewing a movie, and that means you watched the movie. And if you watched the movie, that means that you accepted its existence. So do you accept this movie's existence? I guess I do. Enough to review it with you. Yes. Now, what did I think of the movie? Well, okay, here's the thing. A lot of people really like this first 300 movie. Some don't. A lot of people don't. But the way I see it, more people do because it made a shitload of money. So did the Transformer films, and everybody knows that those are piles of shit. Yes, yes, they are. But the point he's making is that even though a lot of people, and I mean a whole lot of people, liked the first 300 movie, I was on the side of not liking the movie. To me, it was your basic, simple story. You know, like, oh, the bad guys, the evil empire is trying to take over the whole world. Oh, but the Spartans are trying to stop these bad guys, and the bad guys are the Persians, these big brown guys. And and there's Quasimodo. It's very basic. And they padded it. They padded it with all these slow motion effects. And explosions and fighting and half-naked men flaunting their big, sweaty muscles. You probably would have liked that, huh? Huh? Because you're gay? Ugh. Just because I am gay does not mean I automatically get aroused by any man who is attractive, as you do not get aroused by any woman who is attractive. Sure. So, anyway, for some reason, also Quasimodo was there. He was the only thing I liked about that movie. Woohoo! Quasimodo! So anyway, let's move on to the movie itself. Alright, are you ready? Are you ready to talk about this movie in its entirety? Start to finish? I am not, because I have already accomplished what I wanted to do in this world, and that was to rid the world of war. And as I have accomplished that, I have no reason to keep looking forward. I just live in this pointless, desolate wasteland until I inevitably die. Okay, let's do this movie thing. Alright, so we start with an MST3K opening. You know, Mystery Science Theater 3010. Because we see a whole bunch of doors open. Like a door leads to another door, which leads to the movie. And first we get the door that is the Warner Brothers logo, and then we get to the door that has the lesser known production movie company logo. But I don't remember that. But the point is, that opens up and it leads to the movie. Now we get to watch the actual movie. And it picks up right where the first one left off. With Gerard Butler's corpse lying covered in arrows that he took to the knee. Yes, and that large brown fellow comes over to him and he decapitates Gerard Butler. Yeah, what's his name, Xerxes? Yes, Xerxes. But I thought you liked to play this game by giving them names to make this more bearable to yourself. Right you are. Alright, so we settled on Big Brown Man? Well, to me, he looks like a metrosexual with gigantism. So anyway, the metrosexual with gigantism looks over at Gerard Butler's corpse and thinks, "Oh, look at this! He's dead. Better make sure." Chops off his head, and he shows it to all his soldiers. Like, "Hey, look! I chopped off the head of Conan the Barbarian." No, wait. The father of Conan the Barbarian. I'm making a reference to that other movie. Ha ha. So funny. Yes, it is funny. So now that he's chopped off the head and we've established that this is right after the movie, we see Gerard Butler's widow wife. And the widow wife is talking to the Spartan warriors about how, "Oh no, the king is dead, but I assure you, we've got a replacement star for this franchise. And his name is Mysteriocles." I believe his name is Mysticles. But if you want to not take this seriously, then I guess we'll just call him Mysticles. Yes. So, wait, what would you say? Mysteriocles. I thought I could trick you into saying Mysticles. But it seems obvious that you want to call him
Mysterio quiz. Ugh.
Yes, Mysterio Keys. Thanks for playing along.
Ugh.
So, Mysterio Keys, he is leading these Roman warriors who I'm going to call the Blue 300. You see, in the last 300 movie, we had the Red 300. You know, the Spartans with the red capes. But these are different guys. This is a different 300. This is the Blue 300. Blue 300 because they have blue capes.
Yes. Let's just dwell on the colors then, shall we?
Yes, I think it's important that we dwell on the colors because another major change I noticed is that the first one was put in a like a brownish grayish brown filter, and this one is more of a bluish grayish blue filter. It's actually it's quite appropriate because this movie mostly takes place in the water, over the seas, in the seas, you know, marine, nautical, you know. So they would be more appropriate to have blue as the filter color instead of brown because that was the dirt and the ground and the rock that was in the first one.
Ugh. Must you always pick apart the most uh, trivial of details in the movies you review?
Yes, yeah, I do. So, Mysticles is beating up the Persians. And by the way, these Persians look like they're from a completely different time period. They look like they're from later in history because they have more clothing and more sophisticated clothing. Like they actually have shoes and gloves and stuff. And the Romans and Spartans look like they're still in the like Astasides period. It's weird.
Maybe you should search up on your history. Not that it matters, since this movie clearly takes too many. It takes too many. Severe uh, liberties to what actually happened.
I have no idea what you said. So anyway, he as he's fighting the Persians, he looks over and he sees the leader of the Persians, and it's not Perseus. I mean, no, not Perseus. That's from a different. Sorry, that's from Wrath of the Titans.
Are you constantly going to mix up your movie characters?
Not all the time, but probably a couple. So anyway, uh, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the leader of the Persians is not the Xerxes guy. That's what I was gonna say. Xerxes. It's some fat bald guy. So anyway, he pierces the fat bald guy, and the fat bald guy's son is like, "No, no! Why did you do that, Mister Chris? No!" And we find out that this is before Xerxes was the ruler of the Spartans. This is back when his father was the fat bald guy, and so his son. But he doesn't look like Xerxes. He looks like a normal everyday Persian.
Yes, but that gets explained later in the movie.
Right, you are. It does get explained later. So anyway, uh, So now that the fat bald man who was leader of the Persians is now impaled with an arrow, he took an arrow to the stomach. Ooh, they take him home, where we see that there's this, where we see Eva Green, the one of the Bond girls.
Yes, there you go with your mentioning other movies.
That's what I do. So, the Bond girl, the evil Bond girl, she's evil in this movie. The evil Bond girl witnesses as the Persian fat bald leader dies, and his son is like, "No, I will avenge you." And how did he avenge the fat bald guy? Well, he walks into the desert, and he comes across this cave. And in this cave is a puddle of liquid gold. So he, wait, let me backtrack for a minute.
There's another flaw in your reviewing. You constantly backtrack. You skip things and then pretend you don't, and then go back to the ones you skipped.
Sorry, this is a habit of mine. So anyway, as the fat bald guy dies, the evil uh, Bond girl is like, well, I guess you won't be needing this arrow stuck in your abdomen anymore. Yoink! So anyway, uh, the son of the fat bald guy, who is now the new leader of the Persians, walks into this puddle of gold, this gold puddle, this liquid gold, so it's macaroni and cheese. So he dips his whole body into the macaroni and cheese, and he comes out a giant brown bald man that we all know and love. The giant bald man covered in gold jewelry, and he wears a gold diaper, and looks like he has gigantism, and he has drawn on eyebrows. Ugh, this is the guy that we know. This is the Xerxes we know. And and the and the narrator, who is the widow, I guess, said, "Oh, he's a god now. He went in a boy, but he came out a man god." And to that I respond, "Oh wait, so this is what gods look like? They're supposed to look like metrosexuals with gigantism. Okay." So now that everything from top to penis is gold, he starts a new he takes over the Persian army, and now this is where the story fast forwards to the part where it's during the first 300 movies.
Yes, for some reason, this movie cares to validate its existence by showing us the past, the present, and the future all in one movie.
Yeah, it's weird. This movie's three-act structure is kind of interesting. The first act focuses on what happened before the 300 movie. The second act focuses on what happened during the 300 movie. And the third act focuses on what happens after the 300 movie, the first 300 movie. How about that?
If you ask me, that is a sign that the only way for this movie to make sense is if you watch the first one and then watch this one. It feels like it feels like it's trying to like its whole this new movie feels like it's the whole point of its existence is to explain us everything that we didn't get from the first one. When the point of a sequel is to Show us a new story in this world.
It is, it is. A lot of the stuff we didn't see in the first one.
If that's the excuse you want to make about the validation of this sequel.
So, we see a huge ship that belongs to the evil Bond girl. And we find out that one of her lieutenants is a spy that's working for the Romans. And you can tell he's a Roman spy because he has a chunk of his beard that's missing.
How does that make him
It's my show. You don't get to question me.
well, aren't you being a bossy pants?
More like bossy. The disco suit. Disco jumpsuit.
Ugh.
Hey, hey, you lived in the 70s too. Don't tell me this disco jumpsuit isn't awesome. So, anyway, uh, the spy escapes and goes back to his Roman buddies, and he reunites with Mysterocles. And then we get an origin story of the evil Bond girl too. Geez, we get an origin story of a bunch of people in this, except for Mysterocles. It's weird. So we find out that her origin is that her town was raided by fellow Greeks. And that's why she's white in the movie instead of brown like the other Persians. Because she's a fellow Greek, but other Greeks fucked her up, both figuratively and literally. She was made a sex slave. Ooh, that was a downer.
I am not down at all.
And that is why you should be more considered a supervillain than a superhero. Because the idea of a sex slave does not depress you. Supervillain!
Whatever.
So anyway, then she is picked up off the street by the big black man from, I assume is the same black man who got kicked into the pit in the first movie. He went down the pit. Poor guy. He was just a messenger. Oh well. So he trains her, and then we get back to the present, where Mysterocles goes over to the Red 300 for help. And we see a training sequence of the Red 300 training, and they're in speedos and they're nearly naked, and this must be arousing you, huh? Adrian? Right?
Ugh. My sexuality does not define me. Neither does your sexuality define you.
I'd have to disagree with you on that. There's boobies in this movie! Yay! So anyway, the reason why he's come over to the Spartans, not just because the Romans and the Spartans are good old buddies with each other, it's also because he's trying to get their help. He's trying to get help specifically from the widow lady. But I'm not sure if she's a widow yet. I guess she's not. And she's in or is she? She did have the big fire, so maybe that means that the Gerard Butler did just die, or she could just be having a barbecue, a cookout. Yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, he wants her help, and she says, I'll think about it. So then he goes on his way, and he settles for the soldiers that the Blue 300 movie, the 2014 movie. Dear God, this movie took 7 years to accomplish. Oh my gosh.
Which more validates the reason why it should not exist. Movies should not take so long to have a sequel. if it means that the second one is supposed to take place right after the first one.
But this movie doesn't just take place right after the first one. It takes place before the first one, right before the first one, during the first one. It has everything to do with it and more. Oh, hey, I'll have no saying here, my friend. So anyway, after he leaves Buff Speedoland and gets together with his Blue 300, they decide, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna have a battle at sea. We're gonna battle this evil Bond girl and her Persian warriors at sea. That's how we're going to make it different from the first one. We're going to have to get more creative because it's going to be as complicated as hell to fight over sea using just battleships. But they manage like they manage like they each have their own ships. Like although if I was in this movie, I'd prefer to be on the Persian side because they have better looking boats because all of the boats they belong to the Spurs to the Romans, the Blue 300. They're all the same, but the Persian boats they each look like a certain animal in front. There's a chicken boat. There's a horse boat. There's a goat boat, a cat boat, probably a dog boat, maybe an octopus boat, possibly a platypus boat, and more or less probably a pangolin boat. But since people don't know what a pangolin is, I'm guessing not.
This you diverged from what actually happened in the movie.
That's what I tend to do sometimes. So anyway, I'd imagine what would happen during the process of each person choosing which boat to go on. They're probably like, oh, I don't want to go on the chicken boat. I want to go on the dog boat. That one's more awesome. Or the horse boat. Anyway, back to the movie. The the yeah, sorry. I tend to pause sometimes.
No, take your time. Though it gives me breaks from this pointless review show.
Sir, I will not have that attitude here, mister. It's all rainbows and sunshine and sprinkles here. Oh. So anyway, the boats are really unrealistically fast. You know, they're like, because the slaves are like pedaling overtime. They're doing it really, really fast. And like, oh my gosh, those slaves are really pushing it on pedaling these boats. I mean, geez, I know they're slaves, but give them a coffee break or something.
I wish I had slaves.
Didn't you basically have slaves? I mean, you had a bunch of people working for you that you never paid.
I did promise to pay them, but then I killed them. So yes, I guess I did have slaves. Thank you for making me feel better about not having slaves by reminding me that I do. Maybe I'll be more positive and be more supportive of this review.
Thank you. That's all I asked for. So, they do some creative things with the boats. Like they try to do bumper cars with the boats, like smashing into the evil boats, like boom boom, boom boom, boom boom, boom boom. There's even this one part where it's in the middle of these two lands, but then it gets blocked. The Persian boat, and it gets backed up with more Persian boats. And my reaction to this was like, oh my gosh, that French guy from that guy with the glasses.com was right. The 300 story is about constipation. The Persians are the poop, and the 300 is trying to keep them from going through the colon.
Oh, you're making this more difficult for me to be supportive of this.
That's my job. I'm testing you.
Are you sure, or are you just descending into madness and uh, you are pretending that you are not and being in denial when you know you are.
So anyway, uh, yeah, the evil Bond girl is like, oh come on, no fair. These 300 this blue 300 is screwing up my plans. I gotta have a talk with this leader. So we have a meeting between these two leaders. And at first, it seems like like how it happened in the first one between Xerxes and Gerard Butler. Except this time it's between the evil Bond girl and Mysteriocles. But you see, what the difference is that the furthest that the Xerxes slash Gerard Butler conversation went, it ended in a back rub, which was weird and creepy, but still. But in this movie, the conversation between the two war leaders ends in a really, really, really violent act of making love. Like, they are fighting and making love at the same time, on top of her game of Risk, no doubt.
Yes, this actually amused me that they think that, oh, look, they're pushing the button by including a harsh sex scene.
And harsh it is. My gosh, they're beating each other up and having sex at the same time. Oh my gosh. You, they're like, I hate you. I hate you. I hope you die.
Please, never make those sounds again.
I make no promises. No promises at all. So anyway, after they're done raping each other, I guess they were raping each other. I don't know. Is it possible to for both sides to rape?
Why on earth are you asking me?
Oh, that's right. Sorry. Wrong Watchman. Sorry, I was thinking of the comedian as the rape expert. But no joke, though, kids, boys and girls at home. This is not a joking matter. Rape is not funny stuff. It is serious business. So listen up. If you rape someone, then you're going to hell, and you're going to burn in the fiery abyss for all of eternity. And if you don't believe in hell, then I hope something really bad happens to you if you rape someone. So anyway, after that public service announcement, back to the movie. Okay, so after looking at my here notes,
Oh, you have notes now.
yes, I do have notes. So then we see scenes from the first movie to show that this is happening during it. Like, oh look, it's during the first movie. Hooray! And then we have and then we find out that that now the end of the first movie has happened. Now that we see that all the Spartans from the first movie that were the titular 300 are dead because of Xerxes, the metrosexual gigantism. And then we see, oh look, it's Quasimodo! Hooray, he survived the first movie! He lived on! Yay!
Why do you sympathize with this weak, uh, disgusting creature?
Because I can sympathize with him. He's little and bald, I'm little and bald. He's butt ugly, I'm butt ugly. He likes to get touched by hot women. I like to get touched by hot women. You get the gist.
Oh,
So anyway, uh, he is told by Xerxes, like, hey, Quasimodo, listen up. You need to tell the Blue 300 that the first movie is over now. Now let's get this. Let's validate this sequel by showing what happens after the first movie. So Quasimodo goes over to the Blue 300 and tells them, hey guys, the Red 300 are all dead. Your butler got killed. Good luck on this new movie. And then he disappears. I was very disappointed in that. Quasimodo was just there for a cameo. Ugh, maybe we'll see him in the third one.
granted that this third one actually happens.
Hey! There's that pessimistic attitude again. Pessimistic attitude. I'll have none of that. No, thank you. So, back to the movie. Uh, the the evil blonde girl decides I'm going to deploy my secret weapon, and that is Marine Persian Warrior Turtles. Marine Persian Warrior Turtles. Marine Persian Warrior Turtles. Marines that have shells as shields. The shields and shells. I fucked that up.
Why did you sing that song?
Because they're marine because they go underwater. They're Persian warriors, and they have shields that they use as shells. They're like the Ninja Turtles, which take this full circle, which validates which validates us for randomly mentioning the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles at the beginning of this review.
If you can call this a review.
Hey you, hey you, hey, look at me, look at me. Shut up. So, back to the movie. During this fight, the army gets all attacked, and the dad from the father-son duo. Uh,
Father-son duo.
oh yeah, I forgot. There's another father-son duo in this movie. In the first movie, we had in the first movie, there was a father and son duo, and they both died. In this movie, we have a father and son duo, and only one of them dies. And that one is the father. And before he dies, he tells his son, there's something I need to tell you, but I can't tell it to you. I have to tell it to my best friend. He'll tell it to you later. Okay, I'm dead. Dies. So now that the spy with the chunk of beard that's missing is dead, we move on to Mysterio's questioning what to do now, and he tells his Blue 300, "Hey guys, if you want to leave this movie, then go right ahead. Go right ahead and go right ahead and leave, and not a single person leaves."
That is so unrealistic. You mean to tell me that out of these hundreds of soldiers that were given the option to leave and go back to the safety of their home, instead of risking to get killed, gruesomely, I might add, not a single one of them decided to go home. They all wanted to stay. They all wanted to fight. Are you kidding me? Not a single one thought, fuck this noise, I'm going home.
Okay, I guess I can't argue with them with that. At least maybe 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 20 or 25 or 20, 27 tops. 27 tops. 27 tops would have left. I agree with that. At least 27 tops. So anyway, right before they're going to do their epic climactic battle, one last big battle overseas against the Persian a-holes.
What's censoring you from saying assholes?
Nothing from the evil Persian assholes. The boy goes up to Mysterocles and he's covered in makeup. He's like in a skull of makeup. So I guess that means he's emo now. I guess I can understand since his dad is dead now. So the boy is dressed in emo makeup now. He's like all like the world doesn't understand me. Everybody sucks. I hate this. I'm gonna wear face paint and face makeup. I'm gonna look like a skull. So Mysterocles tells the boy, like, like, uh, hey, emo boy, do you know what your father said before he died? He said you can sit in the adults' tables during supper now. You don't have to sit in the children's table no more.
Do we ever see this boy again?
No, we do not.
Then what validates his role in this movie?
Maybe he has a bigger role in the third movie.
I doubt that, because I doubt that the third movie will be even made.
We will get into that discussion at the end of this recap. Thank you very much. So, back to the movie. They have a final battle, and the evil Bond girl is wearing a weird golden spine for some reason. I don't know why. She just is. It's like a golden Godzilla spine, I guess, to advertise the upcoming Godzilla movie, I guess. So anyway, as she's getting involved in this battle, Xerxes is taking the back seat. He's just looking. He's just chilling. He's just looking.
See, that is the problem with him. All he does is just look at what is going on. He never does anything.
Neither do you. All you do is just deploy a big octopus slash atomic bomb or whatever, and then that's it. You're done. That's it.
A good point.
Oh, and you also did kill that one guy. So anyway, back to the movie.
I killed a bunch of other people too.
Yeah, shut up! I'm trying to get you over with this movie. God damn it. So anyway, they're fighting each other and they're fighting each other. Everyone's fighting each other. Cats and dogs living together. Mass hysteria. Sorry, I couldn't resist getting that in for a third time. Whoa! I think I'm going to keep doing that whenever a scene like this comes up in honor of Harold Ramis.
Fine.
Okay, so anyway, Harold Ramis is awesome. Yeah. So anyway, the battle ensues, and it's like a Pirates of the Caribbean, the third movie, where all the ships are battling each other, and there's a storm. Except there's no Octopus Man or Smart Monkey or Calypso Black God Lady or sea creature pirate dudes or skeleton pirate dudes or
Would you stop listing what Pirates of the Caribbean has that this movie doesn't? You're going to be here for a very long time.
you got your point. So anyway, we get to the point where Mysterocles and the evil blonde girl are fighting each other, and they're fighting and they're duking it out, and then we come to a point where they each have swords, and now they're about to stab each other. It's like, oh my gosh, they're at each other's throats. Like you gotta understand like what the stakes are. If she stabs him, he stabs her. And if he stabs her, she stabs him. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's like a vicious circle. It's like both of them could die in this scenario. Like there's no possible way that either of them could make it.
Unless we have a Deus Ex Machina.
Yes, the only thing that can save our Mysterio friend is a Deus Ex Machina. But from what?
The Spartans.
Yeah, the Spartans! The Spartans come, and they come and they're all proud, like, yay! We're the Deus Ex Machina, and we're being led by our widow lady friends. So, this gives the Mysterio Keys Roman guy, this gives him a whole bunch of confidence, and he slays the evil Bond girl. He slays the evil Bond girl, stabs her in the abdomen, twists it, and she is dead. Now I'm a little split on this. You see, it is satisfying to see her dead because she was an evil bitch.
And because she did not deserve to live in the first place.
Is that how you think about everybody?
Yes.
Anyway, the thing is, even though it was satisfying to see her die, the thing is, this movie franchise so far had only one hot chick in it amongst a slew of hot guys that I have no sexual interest in. You might, but not me. I'm a heterosexual man, and I am not interested in these hot, bodacious, sweaty men. Okay? So anyway, there was only one hot chick in all of that franchise, and then it finally got doubled to two hot chicks, and now that they've slain the Bond girl, we are down to back to one hot chick in this movie franchise. Just one. Used to be two, now it's back to one. Damn it.
Oh well. You could always switch sides.
Oh, I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to make me gay.
Oh, of course not. That was just a joke. Do you really think I would want you on my side? You would make a bad influence on us. You would make a bad name for us. I am glad you're on the opposite side of the spectrum.
Anyway, so now that the 300, the blue 300 and the red 300 have finally united, they are together now, and they're going to go against the evil Spartans. And we see Evo Xerxes, he's like, oh damn, I gotta run away and figure out what I'm gonna do in the third movie. And as the two 300s combine to form 600.
I don't think it's exactly 600.
Oh, who cares? 101 Dalmatians doesn't go strictly by their number either. Neither does Ben 10. He's got like 47 of them instead of 10. Anyway, as they're about to continue in their war, the movie ends.
Oh, are you kidding me? This is exactly how the first one ended. It ends as they are about to begin a battle. That implies that there will be a next battle in the next movie. Does that mean that the next movie will end with another battle?
Maybe not. You don't know for sure. How do we know? How do we not know that Arnold Schwarzenegger isn't going to end his third Conan movie with looking at the camera again as an older man saying, with Dead Mako saying, and he still has not found his key.
he still has not found his kingdom yet. But he will eventually, and we will film that story eventually.
It's kind of like in this one. We're not sure when this franchise will end. Hopefully at the third one, so we don't have to milk it for all it's worth. But when it comes to the story, I thought it was great. It tied nicely with the first one. I thought it was a better tone. Like, it was easier to take in because it was a blue filter instead of a dirty ass, muddy brown filter. Uh, the look wise. I thought it was a better pill to swallow. Oh. Although, if I do have one problem with the ending of this movie, it's that the one-eyed guy from the first one is in it. And the thing is, at the end of the first one, he's about to go into a battle with the more Spartans versus Persians. And the thing with that is, when was that? When you think about this, when was that, and how is it cohesive with this one? You know what I mean? Like, is it before this moment, or is it after this moment? You know what I mean? Like the last scene we see in the first movie. Does that happen before the last scene in this movie, or after? Because he's in both scenes.
Oh, maybe it's retcon. I don't care. Let's just wrap this up.
Okay, fine. Final thoughts.
This movie is pointless. Let us move on with our lives.
And my final thought is, this movie is not pointless. It's not pointless at all. It has a purpose. And its purpose is to explain all this unexplained stuff from the first one. And not only doing that, but also delving more into the mythology of this movie franchise.
Mythology?
Yes, like all the mystical rules, like the goatmen and the giant elephants. Even though they're giant elephants in real life, but they're not supposed to be that big.
Speaking of which, weren't there these giant fish monsters in one sequence?
Yes, there was. Why you mention?
Because it looks like he wakes up and it's a dream. Is it really a dream, or were there really giant fish monsters? Because I don't know why would they say that would be a dream, when we've seen that there are other monsters.
You got a good point. I don't know. But the point is, I don't let that bother me. I don't let that nitpicky stuff bother me when it comes to a good movie.
Oh, really? Then why were you so harsh to your first movie that you reviewed? The second Hobbit movie. You ripped that one?
Well, you see, the thing is, I liked that movie, and I was just getting the hang of reviewing. And I didn't realize, like, oh crap, I like this movie, but I just mentioned all of the bad stuff of it when I liked it. Oh no. So I've learned my lesson, and I'm trying to improve on my reviewing skills.
Well, that will all be for naught, because this is all pointless. My presence here is pointless. I will go now. Thank you for letting me be here on this completely pointless show.
But wait a minute! You still have to rate it!
Oh, great. Another silly game to play?
Yes. Another silly ass game to play. Do you want to know what the game is?
Where we choose whether we want the viewers to watch the movie or to do something else that's stupid and has to do with the movie.
Exactly. So tell me, Osmandius.
You will call me alien. You are not of high enough standards. You are not of high enough royalty to call me Osmandius. Just Adrian.
Okay. So, Adrian, would you rather, or would you think that the audience should, do you think the viewers at home should either watch this movie or spend the rest of their life in a solid gold diaper like Xerxes?
I would say that they should go with the diaper. Because at least the diaper is worth something.
I, on the other hand, would greatly prefer to watch this movie because I would greatly prefer for the viewers to watch this movie because it makes you think about things from the first movie that you didn't think of before.
What if they didn't watch the first movie? What if they did not watch it at all, and they are watching this blindly?
Oh, well then, I guess it makes it less good. So anyway, that's the show, everybody. See you next time.
You're not going to delve into why it makes it less good?
Okay, fine, it makes it more confusing. But anyway, just watch the movie first and then watch this. So anyway, goodbye, everyone. That's folks. See you next time where I review the movie about Superman's dad saving the human race by making a big boat. See you then!
Are we done now?
Yes, we're done now.
Oh, thank God. This was killing me.
Hey, how come you started out with an American accent and now you have a Germanish one? Like it sounds a little bit German?
Because that is how I am in the movie. Sometimes I'm American, sometimes I'm slightly German.
But there were times where your Germanish was really getting on hard.
Do you want to see my pet squid monster?
Oh yeah, that squid monster, sure. Oh, hello, squid monster. Hello, little squid monster. Oh no, it's raping me. It's raping me. Get it off of me. Get it off. Get it off. Get it off, Asmodeus. Asmodeus, where are you going? Where are you going? Asmodeus.
Farewell. Goodbye. Have fun with my squid monster.
No, 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 don't let this squid monster rape me. Oh no, no, no. Damn you, squid monster. You're going to hell now. You're going to hell for raping me, squid monster. You're going to hell. Bad squid monster. Bad squid monster for going to hell.